How's it going, patrons? So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it because I don't want to make this video too long. I'm going to be talking about some stuff in this video that we have not talked about really in the general chat before. I haven't really talked to everyone about this stuff. I've talked to some people about it and I've implemented some of these changes, but I'm going to be talking about these changes as like an official thing now and talk to everybody so everybody knows about what's going on. So nothing really big. It's not like, nothing's going away or anything like that. We're getting some things added and also a few changes coming through. This video is talking about Flip Mastery. It's talking about Billionaire Flip Club. It's also talking about Investing Mastery. And it is also going to be talking about the upcoming old school RuneScape flipping. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. So Billionaire Flip Club, we have decided like a set time as to when things are going to be updated. That is going to go officially into effect now. So if you guys are part of Billionaire Flip Club and you want to see when things are going to be updated, look for that then. Flip Stream is also going to be updated the exact same times. So I'm going to be pushing through a bunch of items onto Flip Stream as well. Previously, there's been plenty of days where I didn't post stuff. That's because the community leaders and everybody else was posting things. It's going to be a lot more of me posting things now too. And it's not really been that I don't like doing that. It's just that I was been working on a lot of other stuff, and so now I've got the free time, and I also wanted to have the structure of doing it. Because I'll look in there and I'll see like 15 posts from a community leader being like, okay, yeah, here's a bunch of great flip items and stuff. And so sometimes I'll think, oh, well, they've already got plenty of flip stuff. They don't really need me to jump in there right now. I want to change that mindset. I want to actually be putting more effort into the flips and stuff like that. I guess effort isn't really the thing. My effort's been going into other places. The effort's definitely been there. It's not like I haven't been caring. It's just that I've been hearing from everybody that, they'd like to see more things from me and stuff in the flip stream. So I'm going to be doing that myself. Billionaire Flip Club, I do frequently update stuff on my own. I post my own updates in there, my own items and stuff like that. So that's going to continue, but it's going to be on two different times per day. And those set times are going to be between 1800 and 2000. It sounds weird to say that, but basically it's going to be between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Game time. So this is all going by game time. So if you're trying to figure out when this is going to be, game time. That's going to be the first update. It's going to be sometime in that 2-hour frame. The next one is going to be between 2300 and 100. So that's going to be 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. game time. These are just the two time frames that that people like voted on in both of the flip chats. So if you have some concerns about those times, or you have other suggestions for those times, then please reach out and DM me and tell me about the time frame and why the time frame that you're suggesting is going to work better, and we can see what we can do. This is just what's been previously voted on, and this is what people have said they liked. So that's why we have it set up like that. Also, to go along with that, the items for each chat are going to be changing a bit. And then also the margins are going to be a little bit more fine-tuned, I guess you can say. It's not that the margins are inaccurate. If you're a member of Billionaire Flip Club, you probably have noticed this, but what we'll do is when we post a range of an item on there, a lot of times what will happen is we'll post a range that is like, it might include some stretches. Like for example, if an item bought for, if I just now instantly bought a Nox staff, for example, because we do cover tier 92s in the Billionaire Flip Club. So if I just instantly bought one for 148,050,000, then the range would probably say something like 145 million to 148.1 million. Like it would say 0.1, and it's like, well, it may or may not ever sell for 0.1, but that's like a stretch margin. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making the margins, the ranges that we post a little bit tighter. And then I'm just going to make it just an overall suggestion to always try to stretch margins, because what we typically try to do in Billionaire Flip Club is we'll post like a margin, and then if it bought really fast or sold really fast, then we'll put in parentheses, stretch this item. So I'm going to talk more about that actually in Billionaire Flip Club, so I'm not going to go too far in depth into this, but I'm just going to make it so it's like a normal practice to try stretching the margins, rather than posting stretch this margin, blah, blah, blah. That way the buys and sells are accurate, like more accurate, and that way that you guys can get faster buys and faster sells. And I think that's really going to help with the whole overcut and undercut issue. I think a lot of times it's not actually an overcut undercut issue, it's just that the ranges are not tight enough. So I'm going to worry about making those ranges a little bit more tight, and just an overall suggestion of stretching things. So that sounds weird to talk about. Anyway, that's going to go on with the margins and everything. That's the update times. Those update times are going to be posted in the flip discussion and also in the billionaire flip discussion. They're already posted in the billionaire flip discussion, actually. I think they might actually already be flipped in the flip discussion, or posted in the flip discussion, but they're going to be there in both places. You guys can check them out. Next thing, the flip stream and the billionaire flip club are going to have some rules edited. So I'm not going to really jump too far into that in this video because I'm trying to make it shorter, but I'm going to post that in the rules section. So, and there will probably be a link to this, link to that post is probably going to be in each one of those discussion chats as well. But there's going to be some new rules that are going to be implemented. Nothing crazy, nothing like, nothing ridiculous. It's not going to be anything you guys don't like, actually. It's just going to be like some safeguards. Like, for example, one of the things is if you're in Billionaire Flip Club and you post a price, and you say an item is worth X amount, because you instantly bought it for X amount, then there's going to be a thing where if somebody requests a screenshot, then you're going to be required to post that screenshot. I know that might sound like kind of a pain, but keep two things in mind, please. The first one to keep in mind is most of the time people aren't going to ask you for a screenshot, so it's not really going to be annoying. And also, if you are one of the people asking for a screenshot, make sure you're asking for a screenshot because you have a conflict. Don't just ask for a screenshot because you're like, I don't know if I believe that. When you ask for a screenshot from somebody, make sure that the reason why is because you have a conflicting offer. Like if they said they bought something for 150 million, instantly buying, and you've had an offer trying to buy it for 151 million for the last 4 hours, that's a good reason to ask for a screenshot. Now, just because you don't like somebody and you don't believe their prices is not a good reason to ask for a screenshot. So keep it to like a good reason to do it, but just know that when you post a price, you may be required to give a screenshot. Now, in the rules, I will actually go a little bit more in depth in this. I'm not going to go that much in depth into this video, but in the rules, I'm going to be posting, stuff like what is the requirements for the screenshot? Like basically, if somebody's not going to be allowed to ask you for a screenshot about an item that you flipped 4 hours ago. Like that's not realistic because I'm not expecting you to have a screenshot for something 4 hours ago. Like it's going to be very realistic, guys. That's why I said like don't stress out about too much. It's really not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be anything like that people don't agree with. So it's going to be realistic and stuff like that. But I've had this actually requested from a few people to implement this type of thing. So that's the reason why it's going to be implemented. Let's see. So on that, okay. Next thing. Next thing. So there's going to be an overall overhaul of the items that are done in each chat. Right now, some of the different items get filtered into different chats. And so, for example, we have Glaven's, that's a tier 85 boot. Tier 85 boots, great example. I will post tier 85 boot ranges in Billionaire Flip Club. I'll also post them in Flipstream. Some other people have posted them in Flipstream. Some other people have posted them in Billionaire Flip Club. They'll go in both places. And there's not really a big problem with that. But the thing is, though, is when you have an item that's in both places, then that's just a lot of people seeing those items because there's actually quite a few members of each flip thing. And more importantly, it's like, why are we taking up space in the Billionaire Flip Club when we could be putting items that are more valuable, better options, better flips? Or why are we repeating flips? Let's get more fresh, like more fresh PCs and stuff in there, like something important like that. So it's going to be more upon the reason of like trying to make it so there's more options available, like trying to make it so there's less of the same things you guys are seeing. So what's going to happen is this weekend, and actually probably hopefully starting today. I don't know if I'm going to get started with it today, but I'm going to be working on our spreadsheets. So we have the spreadsheet in the Flipstream, we have the spreadsheet in the Billionaire Flip Club. Be working on both of those sheets in order to get them filled up with items. That way you guys can look on the flips, on the flip spreadsheets, and then you can see what you're supposed to be flipping in each one of those chats. So that way, if you look in the Billionaire Flip Club and you don't see an item, then, you feel free to go ahead and post an item if you just feel like sharing it. But in general, we'll look at the flipping sheets in order to figure out, what is supposed to be in each one of the areas. That will also tell you guys some new items I'm gonna be adding, because I've actually have some new items that I've been testing. I've been flipping myself on the side here and everything, and they've been working out really great. So I'm gonna be implementing in those to each one of the chats and stuff like that. That way you guys have more items to flip. We have more variety, which means more profit for you guys. So if you guys are like, you know, I think it'd be cool to see some new items in Billionaire Flip Club, there's new items coming. Don't worry. One last thing. So this is the last thing. I really apologize the video is this long, guys, but it's really is. I really want you to understand it really is supposed to be like a big overhaul. I really do hope that this is going to be improving things. I know that there's a lot of people that are already very happy with the services. I know I constantly get people that are like, oh, I'm so happy with the flipping, blah, blah, blah. I'm making so much money. But me personally, I think you guys can be earning more money, so I want to improve things. I don't need everyone to be like, oh, I hate this, in order for me to be like, hey, we should probably change things. I just see that there's potential for you guys to earn more money, and so that's why I want to implement more things. The last thing I want to talk about is master passes and sponsors have been getting like a little sprinkle of some items. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to revamp those passes a little bit and make it so that the master pass and sponsors, and I'm not sure how that's going to work yet. So I'm not going to say too much into this. And this is what I'm going to be working. I'm just going to be working this out. And actually, if you're part of one of those passes, or you are interested in one of those passes and you're like, well, this would make me buy that pass or whatever, you know, just like if you're interested in those passes at all, then let me know how you feel about this. But I want to add some flip items or some investing items into just those chats. So that way, you know, like for example, let's see. I don't know. Just use an example of an item that is not something that a whole lot of people can flip. Zombie walk tokens, for example. That's not something I'm going to put in one of those chats. But zombie walk token is a really good example of something that is like, it's really not something that the entire group can flip, because the prices would just never work out. But if you put it in a very small group like sponsors or master, then they can make a killing on that item. So I'm gonna be adding things in there like that, and I've been testing a few things and they've worked okay, but I'm gonna be revamping those, and I want that to be an actual thing. So that way you guys actually have even more incentive to get the higher level passes. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. It's already been way too long. Please let me know how you feel about these things, and look for the new changes coming up to flips and stuff like that. Also, one last thing I want to say is big thank you to Dark Souls, Natchez, everyone who's been posting their flips and everything, side effects. You guys have been like killing it. You guys have been really helping in the different flip sections like flip stream and everything, posting your posting ranges, posting margins and everything like that. Thank you so much. I really do notice that, and thank you so much. It really helps. So keep it up, everyone. Thank you. And if you don't post anything and you want to post some stuff, then just do it. Just do it. It's only going to help. The more people that post stuff, especially in Flipstream, the more people that post things, the more people or more other people that are going to post things, because they see you posting and they want to help out too. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for the community. Thank you for the hard work that everybody's putting in. Thanks for the teamwork. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.